Okay, class, time to be quiet. Let's have a word of prayer. Let's get started here. Let's pray. Father, thank you for today. Thank you for keeping the team safe as they traveled last night, yesterday, and as they played the games, keeping them safe. And thank you for the victory that the girls had and the good play that the guys had, and just also with the girls, good playing. Father, just pray that you just help us all today just to continue to stay focused on our tasks before us and the things that we're doing. May they bring glory and honor to you. In that precious name, amen. Okay, we are talking about don't start talking. It's ridiculous, guys. We're talking about the biblical examples, okay, of companions, and we are ready to start with Joash. So what page is that on? 108. Okay. Good to see Jeremiah, Maya, Lacey, and Giselle. Hopefully the other two will jump on here pretty soon. Okay, Joash.
Sorry, I just was not sure if I did the spelling.
By the way, lesson 12 worksheet should have been turned in Tuesday, but this is who I have: Amethyst, Ricky, Andrew, Sophia, Elijah, Lelina, and Gabby. The rest of you need to get lesson 12 worksheet turned in, okay? And Jaden's. And just lesson 12? Yeah. Okay. Okay, Joash. Huh? Joash? Yoas? Really? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Right now I'm asking the Lord for patience. I'm waiting right now so I can start. I'm just tired of the constant little talks. We ready, guys? Okay. Adrian, what was your question? 108? Is that what you said? Okay. 2 Chronicles 24:15 to 20 states, but Jehoiada, whatever, waxed old and was full of days when he died, and 130 years old as he when he died. And they buried him in the city of David among the kings because he had done good in Israel, both toward God and toward his house. Now after the death of Jehoiada, whatever, came the princes of Judah and made obeisance to the king, and the king hearkened unto them. And they left the house of the Lord of God of their fathers, and served groves and idols. And wrath came upon Judah and Jerusalem for this their trespass. Yet he sent prophets to them to bring them again unto the Lord. And they testified against them, but they would not give ear. And the Spirit of God came upon Zechariah, the son of Jehoiada. How do you pronounce that, Jesse? Jehoiada? Okay. The priest, pardon? Maybe that's what's, thank you. Okay, sorry DLs, sorry class. No wonder I was having an easier time reading it because it was a little bit bigger print. Okay, where were we at? We're on verse 20. And the Spirit of God came upon Zechariah, the son of Jehoiada, the priest, close, right? Which stood above the people and said unto them, Thus saith God, Why transgress ye the commandments of the Lord, that ye cannot prosper? Because ye have forsaken the Lord, he hath also forsaken you. So, Joash was only 7 years old when he became king. Joash ruled wisely because he was influenced by the companionship of a wise counselor. Jehoiada, okay. So what happened after the death of Jehoiada? Judah shamed God and started to worship idols. Okay? The areas of life affected by your companions. Your personality. Your parents get affected. Your health, because sometimes you're constantly worrying about what's going on. Okay? Your values. Future financial conditions will get tested, maybe ruined. Your emotions, because it's always up and down type of thing. Intelligence, future of our souls, our habits. That's the quality of life. Proverbs 13:20 says, He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Don't forget verse quiz on Friday, Proverbs 14:12, as it came into my mind. Okay, what's the area of life affected according to this verse? Now, you got a little bit of a different chart, I believe, in your book. Okay? So you're going to see, I'm going to give you the letter and the answer to these, but what do you think? Yep, intelligence. The phrase that tells us this is affected is that he that walketh with wise men. If we walk with wise men, you will, and your intelligence will be good. Because you've made a wise choice. Now, you don't have to put G down. I just put it up here just to kind of, because it's A through whatever it is. Okay, A through G? J. In your book. So I just put it there just to give you a little bit more clarity of reference. You can put G. However you want to put it in your book, that's up to you. Okay, Second one, Proverbs 22:5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the forward. He that doeth, he that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. So what's the area affected? Which one? Which are the souls? He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them, is the phrase for that. While you're writing that down, I'm glad the girls won. Okay, and it sounds like the guys played hard, played good. Just a few things went wrong, and but the victory could have been there, right? Okay. So there's still you're not out of the race, from what I understand. So that's good. So come back on Friday and show Lighthouse, especially Lighthouse. Okay, especially Lighthouse. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me for my attitude, but I don't like Lighthouse. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys were listen. Hey, I'm sorry. You guys are doing great. I ruined it. Shh. Stop talking again, please. Adrian. Okay, but congratulations on last night, guys. Proverbs 22:24 to 25. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. It should be, I suppose. Area of life affected. Our habits. Okay? Lest thou learn his ways. I won't say it won't ever happen, Doug. I won't say it won't ever happen. But the chances of the unwise changing to wise because you're with them is probably 1%, maybe. Probably max 2. Okay? Which means that the good is always going to be swayed to the bad. Okay? Or more so, I should say. So our habits, if we let them linger, let the unwise filter into our lives and change our habits, then they're going to be changed to the bad, and we're not generally going to change them to the good. Proverbs 25:4 to 5. Take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finer. Take away the wicked from before the kind, and his throne shall be established in righteousness. What's the area affected? No. Quality of life. His throne shall be established in righteousness. Adam and Yuvia, glad to see you jumped on. Huh? Did it really? Sorry, Yuvia. They said I said Eve, or it sounded like, so Adam and Eve. Okay. Next one, Proverbs 25:19. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble, ladies, is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. So what's affected? Our health. Is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. just won't function properly. Do you have a foot out of joint? Do you have a tooth out of joint now? I wasn't even thinking that. You brought the thought to my mind. And now I can just see the picture. Oh. No, I see. What, 2 years ago? It was 2 years. 2 years ago, right? Okay, next one. Huh? Yes. Okay, next one. Proverbs 27:9. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart. So doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. What's affected? Fragrance? It's not one of your categories. Gabby? I wasn't calling you on that. I need your help. Tonight. Bring him back tomorrow with some sense in his brain. Okay? He just said he didn't know we had categories.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Adrian. Adrian. Okay. Oh, Adrian. Always have to have fun with somebody, right? Okay. What's the area affected?
Heart.
Nope.
It's not heart.
No.
It says heart in the verse.
Huh?
Souls.
Gabby. Now I'm calling you out. Okay?
Health?
Our emotions. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart. That's an emotional feeling. Okay? So a man's friend, hearty counsel. Okay, next one. Okay. Next one, Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Area of life affected? Personality. So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Okay? Here is our let's increase it to 3%. Okay? Of what happens. The good can sharpen the countenance of your friends. Okay? If you work at it. It can happen. Prayer. Seeking the Lord's guidance, praying for your friend, okay? And if you have a friend out there that you're having some concerns about, pray for him because prayer does wonders. Okay? We done? The next one. The next one, Proverbs 27:19. As in water, face answereth to face, so the heart of man to man. Okay, Lena and Gabby. Area affected? Yep, the values or the heart. So the heart of man to man. Ready? Next one. 28:7. Whoso keepeth the law is a wise son, but he that is a companion of riotous men, shameth his father. Parents are affected. He that is a companion of riotous men shall shameth his father. Keep in mind, what you do isn't just a reflection upon you, okay? It's a reflection upon everybody around you, your family, okay? Okay, the next one. And is this our last one?
Yeah.
Proverbs 28:19. He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough.
Quality of life. It's quality of life.
Future financial condition.
I also need finance in there.
If poverty tilleth the ground, you till the ground.
Not vocab word. Not vocabulary.
Okay, get it down. Ricky? Okay, only got a couple minutes left, so this will probably be a good spot. Is there? No. Yeah. Be a good spot because we just finished that chart. So, DLs, there are a few of you that did not receive your test. Okay, hey class, quiet. There's a few of you that did not receive your test for Thursday. I'm thinking it's Lacey, Adam, and Jeremiah. Check to see and let me know if you did or did not get that. The others, I think, got the actual packet that we had to make copies of yours for some reason, and then obviously I found your packets later. But so let me know if you've got the test so that you can have it for tomorrow's science, okay? So give me a buzz, let me know. I think that was Jeremiah, Adam, and Lacey. I think the other three have it. Okay? Okay. Dale, see you later. Class, in 30 seconds you are dismissed.
Oh, Mr. Brown is frozen on the mic or on the screen. Uh-oh. Shh, guys, give me a second. For those of you in distant learning, let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me because it looks like Mr. Brown is frozen on the screen. But let me know if you guys are here, if you can hear me. Oh, no. Did the screen freeze in Mr. Brown's class too? Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I don't know if you guys can hear me. Please comment that you can. I see Adam and Maya, but I don't know if you guys can hear me. So let me know, okay? All right. Grammar books, turn to page number 108. Let's go over all of our exercise B's. Actually, go ahead and work on exercise C. I'm going to come around and check exercise B. So start on 108. Okay, not C, I'm sorry. That was extra credit. I'm going to come around. If you want to do exercise C, you can. But I'm just going to come around and check exercise B. Okay? Oh, where's Rick today? Oh, I see him online, though. Okay. Shh. Good. Awesome. Good. 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 Awesome. Nice. And one more. Thank you. Good, good. Thank you. Give yours. Good. Good. We did this one as well. So we're going to go over that in class, but make sure you finish this one and that one, okay? Good. Good. Awesome. Thank you. I already checked yours. Good. Good. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Are you doing that right now?
Oh, this is just for me. I already did the rest.
Oh, okay. Did you turn it in?
Yeah.
Good. Good, good. Yes, we're going to go through all of them. Good, good, and good. Awesome. You'll get extra points at the beginning, so they're on your grade. You can type in like extra points. So I'll add a few, probably like 5 to your grade score. Okay? All right, let's check those. Let's go over exercise B on page 108. Okay? Okay, 108. For those of you on distant learning, sorry you can't see me, but just listen to me. We're on page 108 in our grammar books, checking all of our exercise B homework. Oh. Whoops. Awesome. Thanks. Okay. All right, let's go over exercise B on page 108. Okay, let's do number 1. Amethyst, let's start with you. On page 108. Sat. Good. Mary sat at Jesus' feet. Okay. Number 2, the priest blank out 12 loaves of bread on the table of shewbread. What? On the table of shewbread each week. Andrew? Set. Good. Number 3, Adrian, the present White House is blank on the same site as the original one. Said Adrian. You're good. Sitting. The White House is sitting on the same site. Okay. Number 4, I took a photograph of some old men blank on a bench in Leyden. Isaac? Sitting. Good. Number 5, Christ will one day blank upon the throne of David. Sophia? Sit. And then number 6, Austin, the young man blank nervously in the office, waiting for the interview. Sat. Awesome. Okay. Let's go over to exercise B on page 109. Okay. Jesse, let's do number 1. According to the newspaper, the prime lending rate has blank for the first time this fiscal year. This one would be risen, has risen, okay? So if there wasn't the word has there, you could put rose. So the prime lending rate rose for the first time, but notice how the word has is there. You can't write has rose, okay? So that would be has risen, but good form. Correct word, okay? Number 2, blank up, O men of God, I have done with lesser things. Let's go with Elijah. Okay, good. Rise up, O men of God. Number 3, these first editions of Frost's works have risen. Okay, number 3 is risen in value since his death. Okay, number 3 was risen. Number 4, a large storm cloud was blank on the eastern horizon. Avery? Rising. Number 5, last year the city council blank bus fares several times. Jaden? Okay, this one also be raised. Okay, raised. This one, rose, obviously if you use the word rose, it means to go up or to get up. But the city council actually lifted something up, like they lifted the bus fares. That's why we're using the form of raised. Okay? So it would say, if I were to use the verb rise, then I would say the bus fare rose several times because it's going up. But the city council actually rose those prices. That's why I would use the word raise. Okay? I think it was, I don't really remember. Number 6, sobs and cries blank from the enslaved Israelites. Lena? Rose. Good. Number 7, you should blank the price no higher than is necessary to make a reasonable profit. Gabby? Raise. Good. Okay. Adrian, it's kind of funny how you're going to tell me that you're not going to talk over there, but all you do is talk over there. Okay? All you do is talk over there. How am I supposed to trust you over here? Okay? It's the little things. Prove to me that you cannot talk over there. Okay? That's the only way that you're going to be able to move. Otherwise, you're probably going to move to the front, and that'll be your permanent spot. Huh? You want to say that again? Okay, that's what I thought. All right, page 110. Okay, lie or lay correctly. Okay. Exercise B, number 1. Let's go with Derek. Stephen has blank on the couch for most of the afternoon. What do you have there? Lain, L-A-I-N. Okay. So if you were to use laid with a D, that means you're putting or placing something down, okay? So with an N, it's lie, to recline. You're reclining on the couch, so I would use the word N, okay? This is the one which is why it's a little more confusing because there are different forms, like variations. So for example, the past of lie is lay, and then it's the differences between lie and lay. So make sure you guys are watching that, okay? Number 2, they blank out the floor plan for the new home. Amethyst? Laid with a D. Okay, they placed the floor plan down. Okay. Number 3, Doug, I know you didn't do this, but you want to give this one a shot. Make sure the tools are blank within reach. This one would be lying. Okay. If I do laying, this means they're setting down. The tools are setting themselves down, right? And they're not doing that, so they're just lying there, okay? Number 4, Andrew, I feel fine when I just blank here, said the patient. Lie. Good. Do you have a question as well?
For number 3, can it also be laid or not?
Laid, yes. Lying or laid with a D, okay? Number 5, let's go with Adrian. Jerry is blank bricks to form a path to the greenhouse. Is it? Laying, okay? Laying, remember, means to put or place something, okay? Lay. So you're laying down the bricks. You're placing down the bricks, okay? Number 6, no one helped the wounded man who was blank by the wayside. Isaac? Lying. And then number 7, the speaker thought he had blank his notes on the podium. Austin, what do you have for number 7? With a D? Good. It is that. Okay, number 7 was laid. Okay, if you had exercise C done, you can show me after class, and then I'll write your name down for extra credit. Okay, let's look at 111, page 111. Okay, this one would be affect or effect. Okay, number 1, affect with an A means to influence. Okay, effect with an E means to accomplish. Effect as a noun means the result of an action. Okay, so effect, you would say the effect of Hurricane Katrina was devastating. Okay, that would be a noun. So that's when you would use the word effect. Okay, A would be to influence. So you would say his comment affected me personally. Okay, so to influence, you would use the A there. Okay, number 2, bring or take. Bring indicates movement towards you. Take indicates movement away from you. Okay? That one's pretty self-explanatory. You say, can you bring me the book? Then if I'm saying, hey, Avery, can you take this book over to Adrian? That means I'm taking it away from myself. Okay? Movement away from you is take. Bringing obviously means it towards you. Number 3, can or may. I actually hate this one because Mr. Coral actually does this one to me all the time. I'm always like, can you hand me this? And he was like, I don't know, can you? So I'm always like, may you hand me this to me? Or whatever. It's, well, I mean, it's either or. I don't really use the word may. Or I'll just be like, can you open this? And then he'll be like, I don't know, can I open this? But, but yeah, so this one, can refers to ability. Okay, and then may refers to permission, and most of the time I'm not really asking him for permission. I'm kind of just telling him to do something, but yeah, so can refers to ability. Can you play the piano? Can you open the door? Okay, may refers to permission. May I go to the restroom? May I sit down? May I go outside? Okay, number 4, imply or infer. Imply means to suggest. Infer means to draw a conclusion from evidence, okay? So implying, suggesting, infer is you already kind of have a conclusion set, okay? Number 5, learn or teach. Learn means to obtain knowledge. Teach means to give instruction. This one's also pretty self-explanatory, okay? And then number 6, let or leave. Let means to allow. Leave means to go away from or to cause to remain. Okay, so let the ladies be served first. Leave the lawnmower in the shed. Obviously, you're not going to say leave the ladies be served first, so just make sure you look at these. A lot of these are pretty common sense, but if you didn't know these are the rules in grammar. Okay, so let's practice them, page 111. Okay, exercise A is our homework tonight, so let's go ahead and get this done so that you guys don't have homework tonight. Actually, today's Wednesday, so let's get this done anyway, okay? Let's do number 1. The medicine will affect or effect an improvement in his condition. Who knows this one? Okay, this one would actually be effect. Okay? Because it's accomplishing an improvement, not influencing an improvement. Okay, so it's that's just what it's effecting it, kind of like if you're trying to like break down a door, obviously if you're going to strike a door and it wasn't effective, same thing with this, okay? It's effecting an improvement, okay? Number 2, so teach or learn us to number our days that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Austin? Teach, good. You don't learn us, you teach us. Number 3, the letter implied or inferred that the committee favored the senator's proposal. This one is implied, okay? This one is implied, okay? So this means imply is suggesting that the committee favor the senator's proposal, okay? Inferred would already be that they had his proposal or that they favored it, okay? Number 4, sodium and chlorine can or may be combined to form table salts. Can, awesome, okay? Can is ability, okay? If you combine sodium and chlorine, it's already going to form table salt, Okay, number 5, let or leave such, what? Give me 1 second. That's what it is. The reason why it's throwing us off is because it's so random. But number 5, let or leave such teach or learn others who themselves excel. So let's look at the first part. Okay, good. The first one is let. Good. So let such. So that would be your. This one would be let such teach others who themselves excel. Shh. So this would be, listen. This is actually an imperative sentence. So you let such others teach others who themselves excel. That's a tongue twister. Okay, but it's basically telling you, you're basically telling them to let people who can teach others to help them excel, basically. All right, let's go to number 6. Okay, number 6, guys, listen. Okay, who can raise their hand and tell me number 6? Several changes in office procedures were effected or affected by the new president. Let's go with Doug. Sorry, Amphis.
Was it affected with an A?
Not with an A, an E. Okay. Affected means to influence, yes, but he actually accomplished the changes. Okay. Several changes in the procedures were changed by the new president, basically. Okay. Let me look for you. 9th and 10th. We have a grammar quiz on Friday, okay, over pages 92 through 111, okay? So that'll be over, we'll go over it after the end of this class, okay? And then remember, you have a reading quiz tomorrow over hinds, feet, and high places, okay? So I'll put up the slides at the end of class to make sure you know the author, the storyline that we talked about in class, and the characters, but we'll go over that in a second, okay? Number 7, Father said we can or may take the boat out this afternoon, class. May take the boat this afternoon. That's permission, okay? Number 8, you should take or bring your diving gear when you come tomorrow afternoon. Good, okay? Bring. Number 9, go ahead and say it out loud. Phil's parents implied or inferred from his grades that he needed help in geometry. This one would be inferred. Okay, inferred is that they were like, yeah, his grades stink. He definitely needs some help. Okay. Number 10, will this move to the East Coast have an effect or an effect on his plans for college? This one would be an effect. Okay. Look at this. Look at number 1. Effect is used as a noun. Okay. As a noun is the result of an action. Okay. So his move, will it have an effect on his plans? Okay, not an effect. Something that'll help you is effect rarely is used as a noun, if ever. Okay, effect means to influence. Okay, effect, you can use that as a noun as a result of an action or accomplishing something, like effective. Okay, number 11, when you said just a minute, you implied or inferred that you were nearly ready. Implied or inferred, class? Implied. Good. This one is implied. Number 12, Miss Penner is letting or leaving her furniture in storage for the summer. Leaving. Whose beeping is that? Whose watch is that? So annoying. Okay, number 13. Number 13, she implied or inferred in her opening remarks that she might remain here longer. Just did that one. Number 12, I did. Leaving, okay? Number 13 is implied or inferred, class? Implied, okay? Implied in her opening remarks that she might remain here longer, okay? So implied means to suggest. The word might is there, so that kind of gives you an example of, or a clue that is she's suggesting that she might remain here. Okay, so no grammar homework. Go ahead and put that away. Go ahead and take out your literature notes or your book, so we can mark it in our notes or our book what we need to know for tomorrow. Page number 133. Okay, 133. Do you want to know who Much Afraid was? Which is who? Class, who was Much Afraid? Good. She was the main character of the story. What was wrong with Much Afraid? Okay, she was much afraid. She was crippled. Who can raise their hand? And what did we say yesterday? What is this like a symbolic picture of? Okay. Not only that, but what else, Austin? Shh.
You said it was like the rock as Christians in today's society, something like that.
Sorry?
Whatever you said yesterday.
Okay, well, what does much afraid? So remember how we said an allegory is something that kind of has a hidden meaning underneath the surface meaning. So the hidden meaning underneath much afraid, who does she represent per se? Good, she does represent us, okay? So she also, what family did she belong to? The Fearings, okay? So an example of her, or an example of a symbolic meaning for much afraid would be that fear cripples us in this world. Where do they live? Good, the Valley of Humiliation. Adrian, please sit up. Okay, they lived in the Valley of Humiliation. Adrian, huh? You can see it as however you want to see it. But the Valley of Humiliation, if you see the world as a trailer park, then that's on you. But the Valley of Humiliation is basically a representation of the world and how Christians are walking through this life. And obviously, as Christians, Derek, please turn around. As Christians, we want to strive for higher places. Obviously, in the end goal of our lives, is to go to heaven, and that is kind of the basic gist. That's where she wants to go, and it's the whole story of salvation and how she needs to accept the shepherd's love into her heart in order for her to go to what's it called? The high places. Okay, who was her cousin? Who was her cousin? Okay, Craven Fear. Good. Why did she want to escape their family? She was supposed to marry him. Her family was going to force them to marry each other. Okay. Much afraid. We know that craven fear is one of the worst forms of fear, because if you're craven fear, that means you're being tortured and you're willing to do anything out of fear. So that's why his name was Craven Fear. And then we see he had some cousins. It was Coward and also Gloomy. But who did she work for? Good, the shepherd, the chief shepherd, okay? The chief shepherd. And obviously the chief shepherd wanted her to go with him to the high places. What happened in the story where she could not go to high places, or before she went to high places? She was on her way. We see this on page 136 and 137. But then who came and stopped her, and then what happened to her? Who remembers? Okay. Yeah, Craven Fear came and stopped her. He kind of like beat her up, but then the chief shepherd chased him away, and then after that, what happened? Good. She got kidnapped by her family. She's in their home. Who comes and rescues her? Mrs. Valiant. Good. Okay? Yes. Well, think about it this way. A lot of people, even saved or unsaved, even unsaved people can have that character of courage. Like, you don't have to be saved to be courage. But it looks like in this story that she knows who the chief shepherd is. But remember, everyone works for the chief shepherd, even Much Afraid. Much Afraid, she's not saved and she still works for him. You know what I mean?
Sort of like how everybody knows that God is his name, but they don't worship.
Yeah, so it just depends. I mean, obviously, maybe Mrs. Valiant was waiting for Mr. Valiant before she went to high places, but it's just kind of a representation of her personality. Obviously, she was the one who came and rescued Much Afraid, and then why does there always have to be some kind of oh my. I've actually been to Chicago at night, and it is so cold, and I will never go back.
Oh, you're right.
All right, guys. So that is tomorrow, okay? Listen. Shh, guys, listen. So tomorrow is our reading quiz over page 133 to 143. Friday, we're going to start reviewing for our test 4 on, not test 4, just our test on Wednesday, okay? Wednesday, January 20th is our test over Unit 5, okay? We'll start reviewing for that on Friday. Make sure that you guys know what you need to know from Unit 5. Are there any questions about literature? Okay, no homework tonight for grammar, and then no homework tonight for literature, obviously. And then vocab, let's just go over that really quickly. Go ahead and take out your books. Vocab books, let's go over exercise A together, okay? For vocab, that'll be on Tuesday, okay? Tuesday, January 19th is quiz 5A, okay? Yeah, sure, okay. Let's go over exercise A together, okay? If you have not turned in your homework from yesterday, please do. It was vocab and your definitions 7 through 12 twice. Okay, vocab 7 through 12 twice. I do want that by the end of the day if you did not do it. Otherwise, it is 0 after today. Okay? All right, so make sure that you turn it in by the end of the day. Okay? Exercise A. Okay, go ahead and work on those. Go ahead and work on exercise A, page 42 in vocab. Okay? Let's go over that in a second, but obviously, from list 5, you need to choose the word that best completes the sentence. So if you read the whole sentence, it might give you an indicator of what the vocab word is. Okay? After becoming blank, the sugar solution would dissolve no more in sugar. Number 2, we'll go over that in a second. Tad Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln's youngest son, blank his father not to eat their pet turkey jack before Thanksgiving. Sorry, that's funny. Should we work on the exercise A? My Apple Watch just told me, time to stand. What do you think I'm doing, man? Seriously, apparently. It's not tracking everything that I'm doing. It's just, well, I mean, it's on my watch, so, or on my wrist.
Your watch is on your watch.
Yes, yes. I'm 5'9".
I said you are not 5'9". You're like,
Realistically, I am 5'3". Well, if I'm being honest.
Okay, be honest, it's like 5'2".
I am 5'2" and a quarter. Thank you very much. You just round up, okay?
Mr. Coral's like, what, 6'9"?
My mom was
Technically, you down.
Technically. My driver's license says 5'3", so I'm 5'3", technically. Okay, let's do number 1 together. Okay, after becoming blank, the sugar solution would dissolve no more sugar. Class? Saturated. Awesome. Tad Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln's youngest son, blank his father not to eat their pet turkey jack for Thanksgiving. Implored. Good. Please don't eat our turkey. Shh. Yes. Number 3, though sometimes, then we answer all together, okay? If you have a question, raise your hand. Number 3, though sometimes God blank the events of our lives, we may be assured that it is always for our best. Not this one. Who knows this one? Okay. Good. Transpose. Okay. So sometimes he changes it around, but we may be assured that it's always for our best. Okay.
They could have used a music thing.
Okay, number 4. A plain, convincing reason will blank 1,000 times more than the art of wetting the handkerchiefs of a whole congregation. What? But anyway. Okay. A plain, convincing reason will blank 1,000 times more. What is this one? Edify. Good, Doug. Number 4 is edify. Okay. Number 5. As soon as the last bell rings on Friday, students eagerly blank and go home. Class? This one would be disperse. Awesome. Okay. Disseminate is also scattering abroad, as in sowing seed to spread abroad, but then also disperse is to cause in going different directions. Okay, number 7, Stephen died as a martyr because he refused to blank his belief in Jesus Christ as the Son of God. What was it, Andrew? Recant, okay? He didn't construe his belief. He didn't interpret the meaning of other words. He didn't want to recant it. He didn't want to withdraw or formally, publicly something, okay? Withdraw formally or publicly something, okay? Number 7, when I walked out of the mall, 2 EMTs were aiding a woman who was blank on the sidewalk. Good, convulsing. That would be a strange sight to see when you walk out of the mall. Okay, number 8, Anytus ordered Socrates put to death, charging that Socrates had blank corruptive teachings among the young. This one would be disseminated, okay? He didn't adulterate corruptive teachings. He disseminated them. He sowed them among the young children, okay? No. Okay, number 9, he's not a priest. Number 9, reporters have been known to blank the facts to make a story support their own biases. Good, okay? This one would be adulterated. Reporters have been known to corrupt or make inferior by mixing all this stuff to stories, okay? Number 10, the crash of the cymbals blank throughout the auditorium. Good, reverberated, okay? And then number 11, Potiphar blank his wife's possession of Joseph's coat to mean that her story was true and Joseph was guilty. Good, this one would be construed. And then number 12, the young woman did her best to blank her mother-in-law's cooking, but failed miserably. Emulate, awesome. Emulate would be to imitate, so she tried her best to imitate it, okay? If you, this is what I mean, though. If you read the sentences, it might give you a clue as to what the meaning will be, okay? All right, so no homework tonight. Good job today. Tomorrow, we will talk about our final draft. So I'll give you your first draft back tomorrow, okay? Then we'll talk about that when that's due. All right, are there any questions? Awesome. Okay, so remember, reading quiz tomorrow, pages 133 to 143, grammar quiz on Friday, okay?
Ooh, Mr. Brown's face. That's exactly what we want to see. Oh, we're about to. You just gotta go like this. No.